In today's video, we've created a nuclear weapon. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Worthy Prince coming at you with another first Descendant video, and today, guys, we're gonna have a little bit of fun. I went ahead and made a build which I like to call the Bunny Nuke build, and this one is quite fun. You can actually jump into a pile of enemies and just cause some extremely large damage numbers. It's pretty good for killing elites and even fighting against like small bosses. Not great at all against the Colossus bosses at all, so don't think this is a Colossus build, because it's not, but it certainly is a lot of fun to play with when you're running around dungeons and doing infiltration missions and things like that, okay? So let's dive into it and I'll show you how it all works and everything. So looking at the Descendant module, this build runs off of electric condense. This is the mod you need. And basically it's going to turn your 4 from a laser beam into an explosion. You charge up and then you basically run towards enemies and explode. Now, you can make this a bit more viable to use by taking away maybe a little bit of the damage that we've got here and putting some cooldown in to reduce that 38 seconds so you can actually use it a lot more often. That probably would be better as a ongoing kind of like build to use. But what I done here, which of course was fun, is I just put as much damage in as possible. Forgot about cooldown, just so I could see if I could get a really big one-off bang. So that's basically what we're going for. Now, you can't ramp up the skill power modifier anymore because 1946 is max, so I can't go any higher than that. I did get the radius up to 9.6 meters, and I'll show you in a second how much damage this thing does. It's kind of cool. But looking over the actual module set we've got, and again, before I go into this, I did build this just based off what I had on Danger, because my high voltage build that I showed in my previous video is the main build for my ultimate bunny. This was just some fun I was having with this nuclear, with this electric condense mod after building the main bunny build, which you can check out on the channel because that video is already up. Okay, so what have we got here? Well, we've got expansion for extra range for the AoE, some health so we don't die, skill concentration for skill critical hit damage, and MP accelerant. I don't really need that in here, but I didn't have nothing else to put in there, so I just stuck that in there. For MP, extra MP, okay, whatever. And then fusion specialist, fusion skill power modifier, which is really good. Emergency measures, massive damage. Spear and shield, extra skill power, and we got some defense there as well. Fusion master for extra damage as well, and we've got skill insight for crit rate and front lines for more damage. It's just damage everywhere. So there is other stuff I could put in. I mean, like, if I was going to make this like a bit more sustainable, I guess, I suppose I could always put focus on fusion in. I think I've got that somewhere over here. Yeah, focus on fusion has got minus 6.1% cooldown, which would be kind of nice. I could put this in instead of fusion specialist, and that would reduce the cooldown a little bit. It'll take it down to 35 seconds, but that's not really a huge amount. I would really need to start putting things in like nimble fingers and things like that to actually kind of really reduce that cooldown. So for now, I will just stick with fusion specialist for the extra damage, so we can try and pull in some good numbers. But that's the build. It's a lot of fun. Let's jump out of here, and before we go any further, very quickly, the reactor, you're gonna need a fusion reactor because you'll probably have a singular reactor for your original bunny build if you're doing the farming build, you know, the high voltage build, that kind of thing. So you're going to need a fusion reactor because the Transcendent module does make the skill fusion, so it's fusion. So you need a fusion reactor. Make sure it's equipped with the weapon you're using, so you get the extra 160% skill power. And then the stats at the bottom, you want to try and find something that's going to help you. I've got one with fusion skill power boost, which is really nice. Sub attack power ain't really doing nothing for us, but this was just a quick reactor I farmed so I could get as much power as quickly as possible to show you the stats on this thing when you hit it. And then as far as the modules go, you're going to want to go for a full supernova set to give this a go, because you need the electric skill power modifier and you need the fusion skill power modifier as well, which you get on the 4th set. And of course this skill is fusion, so that's going to be really good. So you can see the things I use here. on this supernova set, and this supernova set comes from Hard Executioner. Okay, so you've seen the modules, you've seen the really what reactor you gotta get, you know what components you need to do. Now really all that's left is to show you what kind of damage this thing can do. And it is a lot of fun to play in game. So what we do is we charge up and we run, we make sure our electric meter is completely full, and then we detonate. So ready guys? Let's get it. Here we go. So we're gonna charge and we're gonna sprint. We're gonna build up, build up, build up, build up, run into here, and bang! 8.275 million damage. That's it. And I've actually done those hits in game when I've been doing like hypermine missions and stuff and infiltration missions. I've hit elites for like 8 million and watched them just evaporate off the map. It is an extremely niche build. It is extremely fun though when you get a boss come up in an infiltration mission and you just run over there and detonate on it and just send it into the oblivion. It's kind of fun. And the crits, I love seeing the big crit numbers of 8.275 million. That is just insane. I haven't managed to get it any higher than 8.275 million right now, but the fact that I created a bunny nuke in this game that does multiple damages of 8.275 million, I think that's pretty legit. One last thing I'll tell you is the mod you need to make this is called Electric Condense. And the way you're going to be getting that is through here. Like you can get it through these missions here. So you got normal levels that do it. You've got some hard levels that do it a bit further down probably. Mission monsters for the most part. I think a lot of you guys would have probably dropped this. It's a pretty easy-ish one to get, but it basically drops from mission monsters. There's no bosses you can farm for this. You just got to go and do a bunch of mission monsters. So good luck with that in the Vespers most likely. But yeah, pretty good stuff. If you can get the module, give it a go. See what kind of damage you can get from your bunny nuke. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends. I'll catch you on the next one. But until then, stay safe and of course, peace out.